the difference between OneDrive and SharePoint. OneDrive is your personal documents folder, like My Documents, for your eyes only unless you share out a link. SharePoint is your company's file server, think map drives. OneDrive Sync Agent is a software running on your computer to create map drives to the OneDrive and SharePoint. Why use Teams as a file server? Well, it gives you extra security. Say goodbye to ransomware and extortionware, as you have more control as to who sees your files, who's able to edit your files. There's no more slow VPNs, no more backups calling IT for restores, as you can restore the files yourself. And it has a similar experience to map drives on the server from anywhere. And you can collaborate like never before, and it's so easy to do. It's best to save your files on OneDrive or SharePoint. To access that, you can go down to your File Explorer, the yellow folder down at the bottom, and then if you don't see it off to the side here, then go ahead and hit the up arrow until you're at your desktop. Then you should see a little building, which is your SharePoint, in which all your teammates can view files. And then you have your OneDrive, in which are for your files, your eyes, unless you share out a link with others. So I'm going to click on my SharePoint, and currently I have my AMC Teams Tuesday synced, as well as my Champions of Teams synced. Because I have this little cloud icon here, that means it's in the cloud, and any updates I make, it'll be up to date, and anybody that makes any other updates, I'll be able to see as well. So let's say I'm going to create a new file. I'm going to go down to the magnifying glass and just type in Excel. There it is. And I can just click to open it. And so here I created my file, my Excel file. And now for best practice, I want to go ahead and click autosave on, and then I want to make sure that I save in my OneDrive. And I can go to my OneDrive over here, and if I'm not sure as to where it's at, I can go over to here and search for it. Here it is. And if I hover over title here, then I see it's currently in my OneDrive by itself. So it's alphabetical order, so it's towards the bottom. Here it is. So I want to go ahead and add it into a team. I can go over here, open up the team I want, go to the Files tab, grab the file, and drop it in. So now this is a part of the Teams Champion Corner Files tab. And now everybody who's a part of this team can view and access and update the sheet. If I don't want to add it into the Teams, another option would be just to go over to the file, do a right click, and then go ahead and click share. And if I choose the top option, it'll send by email, or if I choose the bottom way, it'll send by a link that I copy and paste into a Teams chat, an email, or Teams posting. So if I click in here, I can then change the settings to anyone with the link, people in AMC with the link, or people with existing access or specific people. The most secure way would be listing out specific people, and I can type in the name of my coworker. And just by typing in a few characters, it'll auto-populate, and I can select my coworkers. And if I wanted to send it to someone outside of my org, like a Yahoo, and it would let me know that it's outside of my org. And then I can decide if I want to allow people to edit or view only, and if I want to allow them to download or not. And then I click apply, and then now I can copy this and send it by email or chat. The other way, if you already have the file open, you can also click share, and then copy the link or share this way. And similar, you could type out your coworker's name or type out the email. And because this is an outsider, you have to make sure that you change this. So click on this and then change it to specific people. If you were to do anyone with the link, you could put an expiration date, a password, and also block download as well. So let's just say I wanted to put an expiration date just until about the end of the month, and put a password. It'll tell you if it's fair or strong, depending on what you use. It should be a combination of letters, numbers, uppercase, lowercase. And then you click apply, and then you can send it off. To access the same files that you would from either your SharePoint or your OneDrive, you can do so from Teams. You go to the Files tab here, and here are all your OneDrive files. You can organize it by type of document it is, by filtering. You can look at specific dates. You can see who it was last modified by, and if it's shared file or private. And then if you go to your recents here are all the recent ones you opened. Or you can go over your teams, and each team has a channel, and each channel has a file tab. I'm going to click to open this, then go to General, Files. Now if I want to sync these files to my computer, then make sure you click on the parent folder, Documents here, the main breadcrumb, and then go ahead and click Sync. Just make sure you're signed into your OneDrive. If you're not sure, if you want to see the status, if you have anything currently synced up, click on your OneDrive down below. If you don't see it, click on Show Hidden Icons, then go to your blue cloud, then go to Settings, and then you can see all the ones that you currently have synced. You can't stop the sync, so if you no longer are a part of that team, recommend to stop the sync before cleaning up your computer.